Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am your boy Snipes, and today I've brought with me a few people to help me rank the Star Wars movies in order of what we think were the best, worst, and however if that works out on Tier Maker here. And then we're going to be guessing what it looks like in Rotten Tomatoes as a percentage goes. And we'll start from my left. We'll go with Conboy. Conboy, how are ya?
I'm freaking awesome, dude.
Brilliant, brilliant. And Taser.
Yo.
So we were talking about this when the recording got fucked up. We have like the perfect like group for this because Taser, you know, like a middle ground of Star Wars. Conboy knows like little to nothing. He knows the Ewok adventure.
Saying little to nothing is being very generous.
Right, and I am like a Star Wars nerd. Like my room is based off of this.
Nerd.
Yeah, well, right. Yeah, like hard emphasis on the nerd. So we got a good group here for it, and I feel like I'm gonna be way off on like the Rotten Tomato ratings, but we'll see. I feel like I should make an F tier though, because like the first movie, I feel like just belongs there.
More to
What?
I hate the first movie.
The first movie was like one of my favorites, bro.
Is it just because of Maul?
No. Are we talking?
A, it's because of Maul, and B, the speeder, like the speed.
That's true.
Like,
that is pretty cool.
That was pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Although, when you think about it, you kind of poke holes into it a little bit. How did his sensors not know that there was an issue the entire time?
Dude,
But then, like, randomly, it pops up when nothing changed.
Engineering is not.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's called tech mistakes.
Sure. Also, he's
Yeah.
a child.
Machinery.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and plus he's on Tatooine, so it's like.
Right.
It's dusty there,
Also,
I think.
we just use the
that was
Force
right.
to cheat dice. So, like, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, where do you think it should be ranked then, Taser?
See, I think it should be ranked like somewhere in the middle. It's not like it's very boring in a sense. Like certain areas, it takes a long time to build up to like anything.
Sure.
But I think it belongs in like B or C.
Okay, Convoy, do you have an opinion?
All right, here is where I stand. Because if there is something I know, it's not exactly the order these came out in, but that this is the first movie, but it's also not the first movie.
Well, yeah. It wasn't the first movie
think-
made, but it is the first movie in chronological order.
So I think since, as Taser said, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
It
Until the end.
It makes it kind of even worse.
Right.
Because it's boring, but like you've had what, 3, 4? What is it? It's the 4th movie that came out.
Yeah, this is the 4th movie that came out.
I'm so smart. This is the 4th movie that came out. The 3 movies before it had more high octane, which makes this movie seem even more boring.
Sure.
In retrospect, so put that boy down.
On C? You want to go C or D?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right,
Yeah, I don't
we'll go
think-
C. You went, well, Taser went B, I went F, which is D here.
Which
And-
is off the scale, might I say.
And you took C, so it's the middle ground. It works.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so what do we think the Rotten Tomatoes is? I don't have it up yet, so I can't see it. What do we think the Rotten Tomatoes percent is on this movie?
Let me tap
Gonna
it.
go around
Numbers.
67.
67 seems generous. Conboy?
I am going to give it a nice even 42.
Okay, I was gonna go in the 40s as well, so I'll go 48 to be a little different. All right, Phantom Menace. Oh my gosh. Okay, Rotten Tomato gives it a 52%. And viewers and audience score it at 59%.
We were pretty
Okay.
close.
So yeah,
It
not
was like right in
bad.
the middle.
Not bad.
I think it's crazy that the tomato score and the viewer scores are close. I feel like that is
It's normally weird. Yeah, it's normally like marginal differences. I feel like we're gonna see that a lot though with the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it would be the exact opposite. I feel like the scores would be super different because, like, these
Oh,
are
I guess
beloved
that's fair.
series.
Right.
Yeah.
I think this is the one case where I would see a movie and I would actually expect the viewer score to be much lower than the tomatoes.
That makes sense. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it, because you have the diehard Star Wars fans that just like carry the rating.
A diehard fan is way more critical than the most critical critic.
It's fair.
Yeah,
It's fair.
that's very true.
That's why I said I hate this
whoop
movie.
that.
Okay, so now we move on. Let me close out of that. So now we move on to Attack of the Clones, the second movie and the middle movie of that trilogy, of the prequel trilogy. So this is up there for me, but the problem is 3 is up next, and I think it's definitely in the middle of the trilogy, and it's definitely better than Episode 1.
Yeah.
But again, the issue is it's not better than Solo. So like, I feel like Episode 1 is like the worst in the series, leading up to like 8.
Yeah. I mean, this is the one where we see him jump out of like windows onto like the moving cars.
True.
Is it? Okay, yeah.
Badass.
It's pretty sweet.
That's the one I'm thinking of. I would be comfortable placing this in A tier, maybe even B, depending. But like you said, it's not better than Solo, but like,
so it's like bottom of B then, because like
it's one of the better movies in my opinion. It's like in the top 5.
Right, and like as a diehard fan, Anakin kind of creepy in this movie, like just a little bit creepy. Just saying.
Yeah.
Like one of his like first parts of the movie, like within like the first 20 minutes, he's talking about like creeping on her in her room using the Force. Like that's a little weird. Just saying.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that.
You can't be doing. I get it. They're trying to protect her, but I'm just saying, can't be doing that. It's a little weird.
You know, there's a thing called going too far, and I think in this state, he accomplishes that.
Yeah, definitely a little bit too far on us.
There's a line, and not only did he cross it, he hurdled over.
Yeah, he jumped it. Yeah. Right.
He pole vaulted it.
See, my only thing is, I don't think it deserves B because there's so many like other movies that are worse than that.
That's true.
That I think is the only tier that it fits.
Right. 7 and 8 are pretty bad.
Else, yeah.
Okay. So we'll put it in A for now. I'm down. Convoy.
Yeah, we can always move it later.
Any opposition?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it deserves to be bottom of A tier, like maybe even like top of B tier, depending on where we go.
So Rotten Tomato percent for this one. This one actually I feel like is gonna be hard.
Yeah, I want to give this one like pretty good score.
Right, same.
Actually, I would give this like an 83.
Might be a little too steep. I was gonna go with like 65.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were about to take mine. I'm just gonna give it a nice 69.
Nice.
Nice. I gotta overlay the noise.
Nice.
Why do I do that to myself? I'm the editor. Oh wow.
Hey, editor, no, make sure you do that. Oh wow, I was correct on the dot. I know.
No, you were 4 off.
Oh.
Now the question is in which direction? Was I right on the dot? Or
no, you weren't because you would have popped off.
I'm popping off right now. It's 65 freaking %, dude.
No shot.
Hold on, I can bring it over.
Hey, you want to know what this means, Snipes? It means that you're a huge freaking nerd.
Well, yeah, but like
I mean, we already knew that.
Yeah. And then the audience score was much lower at 56%.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like the Rotten Tomato percentage is pretty good. Like it's definitely like it's pretty good percentage for it. Like if we were ranking these movies by the Rotten Tomato percent, Episode 1 is an F, and then Episode 2 is a D.
Yeah, that's wild.
Okay, on to, in my opinion, personal opinion, the best movie in the Star Wars franchise.
I agree
Everybody
with
can
this.
hate
I
it,
agree with this.
tell me I'm stupid. I don't care what your opinion is. It's okay to be wrong, and it's okay to believe in
Wow.
nostalgia.
Yes, I agree with this.
Nice
This
take.
this movie is the only movie that belongs in S tier, and you cannot prove me wrong.
I 100% agree. This is by far the coolest movie ever. The Dooku fight, the
Mhm.
fight, like the fight in space was sick.
Yeah.
Him landing the ship was sick, and that's within like
Another
the
happy
first like
landing.
Yeah.
20 minutes of the
The
freaking movie.
Anakin Obi-Wan fight on
So
the
good,
lava planet.
so
I
good,
can't remember the name of it, but yeah, it's so good.
so good.
Like, and just from like a quote unquote like meme standpoint, the amount of memes that came from this movie just
Oh yeah,
elevated it that much more, in
oh
my
yeah.
opinion.
I have
Because
the high
it's
ground,
like,
Anakin.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! You underestimate my power! Don't try it!
Don't
Yeah.
try.
I would say
So
that one.
Yeah.
Okay. The only points I'd like to dock is the fact that their clothes do not instantly ignite on that planet. That planet is fucking toasty.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
but, like,
actually
the thing
where
is-
Vader goes back to. That's where he
Yeah.
sets up his base.
Well, yeah.
The thing is-
he feels at home there.
Well, right, yeah, I guess he
Yeah.
burned there.
the thing is, like, their robes and stuff, I'm pretty sure I read something about this, is they're like meant to be heat resistant for
Yeah.
things like that.
Right.
And like they're meant to be like weather resistant, basically.
Right.
That's so practical.
So smart. In a galaxy far, far away, who would have figured that they figured it out?
Yeah.
So
And
easy
that's
S
where they
tier.
Laser swords and
Right. So yeah.
spaceships that shoot lasers. Like, who would have thought that had clothes that match the environment?
So quality S tier. Now the question is, does Rotten Tomatoes obliterate this movie or does it do it justice?
I think Rotten Tomatoes does it. I don't think it obliterates it, but I don't think it's fair.
Okay. I was gonna go with like an 85% because I think that's what they rated
I
it.
was gonna say 85.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go with like a 73.
Convoy.
I'm rounding it up to 90.
90. Okay, here we go. I think
Wow.
Convoy's right. Okay, it was a 79% for Rotten Tomatoes and a 66% from audience.
Wait, even the audience thinks it's bad?
I guess so. I'm interested to know what they rated the other like 3 parts of the trilogy.
Well, good news. We're gonna find out.
Although, in order of Rotten Tomatoes, we're doing pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like,
Really
we made episode 1 the worst, episode 2 the second best, the best is so far episode 3, so we're doing all
Really,
right.
nothing can go wrong.
yeah.
Famous last words.
Yeah. And then,
Solo is the second best movie.
well, actually, it very well could. A lot of people really liked Solo. I think Solo was,
Yeah.
I think Solo was good.
Yeah.
I think it's a really fun movie.
Yeah.
We get to see Sabak. We get to see how Solo got the Millennium Falcon, which is fucking cool.
But,
Yeah.
And why the ship's able to fly as well as it does, because K2 puts herself into the
Yep.
ship. So, which is why
Yep.
it sounds weird when they're talking to the ship in like the original trilogy, but it makes sense after you watch Solo.
Yeah, for sure.
Kinda
I
cool.
think Solo provides a lot of clarity in certain aspects of the, like, I guess, multiverse,
Right.
in a way,
Right.
where it was just kind of like a movie that was needed
Right, I agree.
for that clarity. And for that reason, I think it deserves. And plus, it was just such a good movie, action packed. Like,
Agreed.
I think it deserves high A tier.
So are we putting this above episode 2? I think that's where it goes. but-
Yeah, I agree.
Convoy, any?
I love when late movies give big defining lore points
Yeah.
like the ship. And for that reason, I give it above the second.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so Solo, we give it high A tier. Let's see, like, what do we think the Rotten Tomatoes is? I saw it. I can't guess this time. Damn it.
Let's
So
go.
silly of you.
Would you
Let's
say
go with
72?
a
What? I
70.
called him silly.
Oh,
Let's go with 78.
78 for Taser Convoy.
I think the critics probably thought this movie was like the second coming of Christ in the Star Wars movies, so I'm going to give it like an 85.
Okay, at 85. All right. The Rotten Tomatoes percent is 69%.
Nice!
Nice.
Nice.
I can't wait to have that
We did
stupid
it,
meme
boys!
playing over and over
We
again.
did it!
Oh man.
We got the second 69 of the video, and that was the third.
And the audience score was 63%.
Lame.
So
Yes.
still doing good. Just saying, still doing good. We are on par.
Yeah.
We are on par.
In golf terms, that means we're doing well.
Yeah. All right. So we move on to Rogue One. Another good movie that filled in a bunch of plot points.
Yeah. I really hated this
Xander
movie.
agreed with that.
I really hated this movie.
It's fair.
I liked the first movie better than this movie by a long shot.
Okay.
Like it's not even close.
Wait, so you want to put this in D?
I really do, but
I think it goes C. I think it's better than episode 1.
I truly am at a point where I have never seen a smidgen of this movie.
Okay.
I should say. I have watched Ewok Adventure infinity amount more times than this.
Infinity is wild. Okay.
That's a big number for all of you who don't know.
Okay.
see, okay, I'd be okay with putting it in C below the first movie.
Okay. We can put it in C. I'll put. That's a good middle ground. We could do this. All right.
Movie
Rogue...
poster goes hard, yeah, at C.
Movie poster goes hard at C. The movie poster's kind of sick.
Yeah, I will agree there.
It's just it's another one where like it covers a bunch of lore, but like a lot of it is pretty boring.
Yeah.
But then this is one of those movies that you had to watch Clone Wars to understand. Like if you didn't watch the cartoon series, you don't understand anything that's happening until like midway through the movie because you don't know who any of the characters are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an L.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Clone Wars and even still like it was just kind of like it was just super boring, I think, which is why I don't like it as much.
It's an L for new viewers to Star Wars, but it's a big W for us like diehards.
Yeah. Yeah. Like don't get me wrong, like the lore was sick, everything like about it was sick, like but it was such it was such a long movie. B
What's the runtime?
I can't remember exactly.
Runtime is 2 hours and 14 minutes.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just, and I'm pretty sure just about like 45 minutes of that was like plot building. Like,
right. Like Solo was the same amount of time, off by a minute, but episode 3 was 6 minutes longer, which had more sustenance.
And Solo was so much more action packed throughout the whole thing.
True. Very true.
Like he was always running from people. Like he was always.
You know what? You've talked me into it. I think it's D. I think you're right.
You had me at D. You had me moving to D as soon as you told me that it was a snooze fest of a movie, and then it was 2 hours long.
Wow.
Because there's a really big difference between a long movie and a long movie.
Right. Right.
Yes.
You can have a 2-hour movie that feels like it's only an hour long because it's so action-packed, everything makes sense of why it's happening. But if your movie is 2 hours long and it's just straight up talking, that movie is going to feel like your entire afternoon. And that's just not I don't want to go to the movie theaters and then expect it to be dark. I want it to be dark when I think it's supposed to be dark.
Right.
I don't want to go in at 12, walk out at 2, and oh, it's not dark out? I feel like I was in there for my entire life.
Yeah.
I don't want
agree.
that.
Okay,
This is actually one of the movies I did watch in theaters, and it was exactly how you explained.
I didn't watch it in movie theaters. I don't watch movies in theaters anymore, especially.
I rarely
this is
do.
2016. I don't even think I was. Yeah.
See, I was in high school still, so like
Fair.
like my dates were going to like movies and stuff like that, so it was
Fair.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomato
We had a
percent.
stud in high school.
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway, speaking of studs, what is the next nerd movie?
Well, we have to Rotten Tomato percent it.
Oh, I don't know, like 2.
Dude, I'm gonna give this like a 43.
Okay, I was actually gonna go in the 40s as well, so to be different, I'll go like 40 flat.
Okay, I'm not gonna 2. It's not my official guess. I'm gonna go with like a 32.
Okay, 32. No way.
It's an 85.
Oh, you're actually close.
What?
People
What? What the fuck?
loved this movie, man.
No shot.
Oh
Critics
yeah.
love lore.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like Lore as much as the next guy, but like,
Guys, it's
Man.
84% for Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
And an 87%
You
audience
trying
score.
to tell me I was ironically off by 1?
Yes.
Damn, that's unironically being spot on.
Well, I'm leaving it in D, but yeah, this is the first one that we've actually
Yeah.
gotten wrong.
Can we get a like rewind of when I went? And surely nothing can go wrong.
Oh yeah.
yes.
Flashback.
We're doing all
Surely
right.
Nothing can go wrong.
End of flashback.
I was just about to say it, and then I said famous last words, bro.
Oh, it's so much editing.
Famous last words. Yo.
All
Editor,
right.
You're
no.
welcome.
Make it happen.
All right, whatever, dude. New Hope is up next.
A New Hope. I'd give this a
Fourth
solid B.
Yeah, I mean, I just need to know though. One question: did Han shoot first?
Oshidate watu nivoska. Rutamishna duoti kresna loti. Meru kawenga de anula alohanyu. Anu elohanyu. Wane.
No.
No.
It's incorrect. I'm playing it in slow motion right now.
To be fair,
And
I
for
can't
that
really
reason,
remember.
I'm definitely not slow motioning this, but Han shot first, I believe. In the original edit, I'm pretty sure he shot first. And then I think George Lucas changed
I
it to
honestly
make
don't
himself
remember.
look like he wasn't a bad guy or something. I don't know. But George
Yeah.
Lucas kind of butchered this movie later on, but especially like making Christian, yeah, the guy who plays Anakin as a Darth Vader in the end scene. Not it. So yeah, New Hope. Where do we rank it? This is where we meet like the cast. This is where we meet the Skywalkers.
Is this like movie 1?
Yeah, like this is like the first setup, but like so much better at setting up the trilogy than like episode 1 was.
All right.
Like so
I-
much
I
better,
give
by
it-
far miles better.
I think for the sentimental value, I have to put it in B tier.
Okay.
That's right where I'd place it right there.
You think it's below episode 2 though?
I
Yes,
don't know.
I do.
Okay. 2 out of 3. I'll give it to you.
I like the action scenes in episode 2 better. I like
Sure.
don't get me wrong, the lore is better in episode 4. Or whatever this one is.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, my bad. But like I just love like the action scenes, like jumping out of windows, like onto moving like basically cars in the air. Like it's, in my opinion, action is above lore, and for that reason, that's why I
It
put
had some
below.
it had some pretty big action scenes. I don't know.
Yes,
And
I
they
agree.
fight the Death Star.
But I agree, but it wasn't like jumping out a window type action. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay. Well, where do we think Rotten Tomatoes ranked it?
I think since this is the first movie, it's probably higher than we're gonna think. But where I'm not a critic, I'm still gonna put it in like 65.
Okay.
See, I was gonna put it at like a 33.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Oh, so you think it's first movie, it's bad? Critics
Yeah,
hate it.
yeah.
Wait, this wasn't. This
I was on
was
the
a-
complete opposite spectrum of you.
Yeah.
in my thinking.
I was gonna go with like upper 80s because I don't
Wow.
agree with the B
Oh
tier.
wow.
All right. A New Hope. Any new guesses?
No, I'm sticking with it.
Oh.
33.
93% on Rotten
Wow.
Tomatoes and a 96 audience score.
Well,
Wow.
my reasoning was spot on.
It's-
was
wow.
much higher
It's a
than what
good
we thought
movie,
it
man.
was.
I really liked this movie. Okay, moving on. Like we are butchering these last couple, huh?
Yeah.
Let's get back on
To be
track.
fair-
Let's get back on track.
Let's
The
go.
Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes
To be
Back.
very
Let's get back
fair,
on track.
I don't really remember that movie. But Empire Strikes Back.
You
That was
don't
a
remember the
pretty-
movie and you ranked it in B?
Dude, I remember
I'm
it like
enraged.
I remember it like decently enough to where like I remember like the big Death Star scene and stuff like that, and like I said, it wasn't like it didn't like
that you had
it
you,
didn't
you
it wasn't it for me, you know.
you-
It's fair. The Empire Strikes Back.
I would give this like above episode 2.
100%. I think it's
Okay, so
above
A
Solo.
tier, below Solo. I don't.
I think
It's for sure above
is-
Solo.
I think it is a very iconic movie because I hear the name and I feel like I know it,
Right.
even though I cannot tell you the last time I watched this movie.
I think
Is it?
this movie is arguably better than the sixth movie.
Does this what movie has General Grievous in it?
You are so far. Episode 3, Brother Bear. That's why
Oh,
it's our
yeah.
favorite movie.
Oh, I just wanted to
Yeah.
know which one he was
Okay.
in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
he was in
no,
he's in 3?
Yeah.
Oh, can we move that movie up higher?
No, because
That's already the
last
highest.
year.
That's last year.
That's
General
supposed to-
Grievous.
it's a great. I know that's why we're saying episode 3 is like our favorite movie. I'm telling you, I love
Yeah.
episode 3.
What's your reasoning? What's your reasoning for it being above Solo?
I just I
I think
think
it's more iconic.
that it yeah, I guess that is it. Like it's definitely more iconic. But like maybe it is just a nostalgia thing, but I think there was just something beautiful about the story that was told, and that this one really sets up the last movie, right? And plus
I agree
the
with that.
Hoth scene, like all of Hoth, beautifully done, right?
Yeah.
Like all the internal battle that Luke has to do this entire movie, which sets him up to like everything in the last movie. I think that this is better than the last movie, and I think it goes an S under episode 3 because episode 3 is the best movie in the entire Star Wars universe.
I'm convinced.
See, I think episode 3 is in its own tier, and I would be okay with putting this above Solo at the top of A though.
Okay, let's just do this then. Let's make everybody happy here. We'll go because Convoy already wanted S plus, right?
I just want General Grievous here.
Oh wait, and then
Has the funny robot.
this movie goes here.
I'm so
Right.
glad I could have a big impact on this list.
You had a major impact. What do we think the rating was?
I'm gonna give it a solid like 83.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's up there. I'm gonna go with 90.
You took my
Okay.
answer. Fuck. Do I do the thing where I just go one more than you, so I'm closer or further away?
Well, like, last time I checked, there's no point system, so I don't know.
90. I'm gonna go with Convoy. That was my answer. I'm taking it. 90.
That's it.
Okay.
Wait, did you just say 90?
Yep, I took your answer. Correct.
Well,
And the Rotten Tomatoes score is 95%.
Yeah, you
Fair.
could have said 91 and been closer.
I'm
idiot.
so upset. Idiot. Okay, dude. Okay, man.
Got him.
Oh no. And then the audience score was 97%. So yeah, by far the best movie in like all of Star Wars, as far as like Rotten Tomatoes goes.
Hey, we still have some
Yeah.
more movies to go through.
Right. We have Return of the Jedi, which again I think is below this movie, but
Yeah, but I think it's S tier as
above.
well.
I think it's above Solo, so I think it just goes in S tier behind Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
Any arguments?
Sounds good.
1983 was the release date. I forgot. Holy man.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
No, you don't. You weren't even a thought, brother. Your parents were still
You're
in like
right.
high school.
Wait, what year did it come out? Wait, what year was it?
83.
No, no, I don't even think my dad was in high school yet.
I don't think my parents were either.
No, my dad was definitely in like middle school. I
Yeah,
think.
like my parents graduated in like 94 or something like that.
God.
I gotta be close. Okay, so S tier. Like no complaints. Everybody's on the same page. The only like the overall like Jabba's palace is great, but it just like
Yes.
it just doesn't compete. Why'd you say yes like that, Taser? Are we gonna
I love Jabba's palace. It's so well done.
just the palace or like what's inside the palace or
Dude, like Jabba himself, first of all.
sure.
The-
Well done for
amount
the
of,
time.
like, yeah, like, and just the graphics for the time period, immaculate.
Very well done. All right. Well,
Good job,
Rotten
good
Tomato
job.
percent.
I'm gonna stick with 83.
I think that's not a bad guess. I was gonna go like 79 or 80, so I'll go with 80.
Honestly, I think critics love this movie.
Okay.
Absolutely adore it. I'm slapping a 90 on it again.
All right. The official oh no shot. Taser on the dot. 83% Rotten Tomatoes. But
Let's
Convoy
go.
was closer with the audience score at 94%. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we
What
have
can I say? Big in the audience.
and
Big
then
audience.
we
member.
have the final trilogy, the last 3 movies that we're placing. I didn't include like the Clone Wars movies. There's a couple others in here, but it's just like the main series Star Wars movies.
All right.
The Force Awakens, the first one in the trilogy.
This belongs below Endor.
The last movie I've seen.
Which one is The Force Awakens? I think I have these
The
backwards.
Force Awakens.
What's the cover?
is-
Shows you how much I
the
cared about
cover
these
I
movies.
see is different, but I think it's not. It's not that one because that one's Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, so it's this one. Because
yeah.
this is the second one in the trilogy
Yeah.
for sure. Okay. Okay, so Force Awakens, this is like to me an easy D tier. I think it's below
Yes,
Rogue
I agree.
One. I think it's
It's
awful.
the worst movie of all time.
I
So
the
do
worst-
think I cannot have an opinion on this because it's the only movie.
let me tell you, physics do not exist at all. Like in the Star Wars universe, physics don't make very much sense, but like physics in this movie are terrible. When this movie came out, Neil deGrasse Tyson got like hated on Twitter for just pointing out all the inaccuracies. So good.
Yeah.
So shout out to Neil.
job, Neil.
So D tier, easy.
Yep.
Rotten Tomatoes percent. I haven't looked it up yet.
All
22.
right. Now hear me out.
Sure.
It was such a long gap of time.
Sure.
And people were very excited for this movie.
Very true.
And I
Also,
think
Like some
The
big guys
critics-
come back. You know, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher
Yeah.
all make a return.
critics ate this movie up.
Sure.
Not too much,
Sure.
but I think it's like it's in the 60s high 60s. I'm going to give it a 68.
See,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
go
it's
complete-
nice.
I'm gonna go the complete opposite of you. I think that everybody got their hopes up that this was gonna be such a good movie because A, the returning cast, B, it was such a long time in between the last movie and this one, and I think it was by far the worst movie in the series, and so I think for that reason I'm gonna give it a 22.
I was with you until you said 22. I was gonna go in the 40s, so I'll go 40%.
I think
right.
it's really bad.
No way.
That me being right.
Oh
Close.
my goodness, Taser, we're so far off.
No shot.
93% Rotten Tomato rating.
No shot.
I feel like
That's a disgrace.
pure nostalgia, like Convoy was saying. I think it's a
Yeah.
terrible movie.
Well,
That's a
damn, I didn't.
disgrace.
I'm looking back to me watching it, and I do think I saw this movie in theaters. No, I definitely saw this movie in theaters. Yeah, I just don't think it's a 93. even if
Yeah.
it's like, even if it wasn't a Star Wars movie, it's not. Yeah, no,
No,
it's
it's
not
terrible.
that high.
It's terrible.
I saw this movie in theaters, and I left after the first 30 minutes. Like
That's insane. You spent money on that ticket.
I didn't leave. I definitely watched it all the way through. Still didn't like it.
Dude, at least just take a nap in the theater.
Right.
Come on. You spend money on that chair.
What's wild is like
yeah, but
after
the chairs are
this,
so uncomfortable at my theaters.
after this movie,
Oh.
they released Rogue One, and then I think they released the 7th movie or the 8th movie, and then they release Solo. So like everybody is saying that like after this movie, Rogue One comes out and it's worse than this movie, which I just don't agree with.
I
don't
did
think
hear a
anything.
lot of people thinking Rogue One was worse.
Man,
See, I think that people think that because Rogue One didn't have a lot of lightsaber battles,
sure.
and I think people love that in Star Wars. It's what
Well,
Yeah, but the blind guy with
if
the
I'm going
staff,
to go see,
so good.
if I'm
Yeah.
going to go see Star Wars, I want to see lightsabers.
Sure, that's
And
fair.
A lot
Yeah.
of them.
of course.
Fair.
Yeah, I think that's why people hate it more so than
8th movie,
Rogue
The
One.
Last Jedi.
See, I'm gonna put this above Rogue One, below Episode 1.
By the way, this is the only one out of the new trilogy that J.J. Abrams had no, like, hands-on with at all.
Interesting.
So
That means
I'm gonna-
nothing to me.
that means a
Me either, to
lot.
be honest.
He's a great. Well, isn't he the director for Guardians?
What?
Who
Guardians of the Galaxy?
directed? Yeah,
I
Guardians.
thought
Oh,
that
yeah.
was.
Oh, James Gunn. Sorry. Okay.
I would say I could have sworn that was Gunn.
But wait, Taser, didn't you do the Star Wars event with us in Fortnite? Was that for
Yeah,
this movie or was
I
that
did.
for the last movie? Anyway, like,
That was
go
for
ahead
the
on
last
to the
movie.
last movie because
If there
JJ was there.
If there was one thing that I didn't think was gonna be brought up in this, it was gonna be Fortnite, and boy, am I surprised it's not me who's bringing it up.
Actually, it was. I thought like it was a good trailer that they released, basically, because it was basically like it was a micro trailer. It was like a TikTok
Yeah.
For You page trailer.
Yeah.
Um,
See,
for the last movie. Anyway, back to the Last Jedi. Last Jedi is awful. We all agree Last Jedi is awful. It's terrible. It's a garbage movie. It's so bad.
yeah.
So
For
unbelievably done.
something called The Last Jedi, it's not the last movie, and that just doesn't make a
Right,
lot of
the
sense
only-
to
the
me. It
only
makes me
thing-
uncomfortable. I put it in C.
The only
put it in
thing
C
that
as well.
saves this movie is Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
And that's it.
See, no, hear me out, right? This is a little bit ahead of where we're going, but I think that this trilogy, like the final trilogy, or like the last trilogy to be released, like it goes like sequentially. It gets sequentially better, which I think is a good thing. That it doesn't get worse as it goes on, but like
So you think this one's here, right? Like this one we go D.
no, that one would go C.
Oh, you
I
think
think
this
it's
goes
better.
C?
Yeah.
Okay. All
'Cause
right.
I think these
I guess
last
that's
three
fair.
movies basically.
Right. Okay. No, I could go with that because I like the Jedi training like thing that they got going on in the middle of the movie and stuff. Yeah, no, okay, that's fair. Okay, I
And
like that.
Is
Unpopular
that the movie
opinion,
with
but I
the buff Kylo
love.
Ren?
Yeah, well,
I think
Kylo Ren's
so.
in that
Yeah,
first one.
it belongs
The
in
next,
C
the
tier.
next movie, I love this movie. It's my
Okay, I'm
favorite.
glad
of
we're on the
three
same
Star Wars
page with
movies.
that. Okay, so Rotten Tomatoes rating.
Oh yeah. I think nostalgia's died off a bit,
Yeah. Okay.
and man, it's really hard because like it shouldn't be lower than the 93,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like the last movie shouldn't have been 93 to begin with.
Sure.
But I gotta say it's logically, because critics are stupid, it's going to be like a 95.
Okay.
I was gonna go 95 too, but I'll go 98.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hope that they do this justice and not put it above any of the prequels and any of the like main Star Wars trilogy. I'm going like 40% again and just praying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's probably where it actually
I hate that you
belongs,
guys can't
but
see my face cam. I am so upset right now. I'm
I
so
can hear it
angry.
in your voice.
Yeah.
91% Rotten Tomatoes. But actually the audience score was a 42%. And
Yeah.
that right there is what matters.
And that's the number we like
Yeah,
to see.
Yeah.
But the fact that that movie is below the movie before this is wild.
Isn't that above
Yeah.
episode 3? Yeah, it is, by like a lot. Like what?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
This is why we love critics.
Well, I'm glad the fans stepped up on that one. You know what I mean? Like they went in.
They dropped the ball on
Yeah.
the last one though.
Actually, I really liked the last movie.
No. I mean like
Oh.
the movie that we rated before this.
Oh yeah. No, terrible.
They dropped the ball on that, giving it like the fans gave it like a 90 something. Yeah, no.
So the last movie, The Rise of Skywalker, I personally think the worst part of this movie is the title.
Yeah.
The title's
Yeah,
I agree.
terrible. I think the ending, like the very ending, like after everything is done, after the entire fight, all the fight scenes go down, she fights Palpatine, you know, lightsabers handing off to each other, like that whole thing was sick. All of that's sick. All of it's cool. Still don't understand how Palpatine's alive. Doesn't matter. It's still sick. It's really freaking cool. I don't understand how half these people are alive if they were still continuing on the fight and everything else after the last Death Star. That stuff doesn't matter. The ending where she says her name is Rey Skywalker is by far the worst thing to ever happen to this movie. Everything else about this movie was awesome.
Rey Skywalker.
Perfect fight scenes, great storytelling. The ending like was so good. The fight at the original at the Death Star between Kylo and Rey, so good.
Yeah.
Like so
So
unbelievably good. Rivals episode 3s. But it is not better than Empire and Return of the Jedi.
Correct. I would put this above Solo. Honestly, we could drop episode 2 down to B tier,
Okay, yeah.
but above A New Hope though.
Above A New Hope? Okay.
Yeah,
That
and I think
seems
this movie is
sacrilegious
above
to
Solo.
ignore, but- Yeah, okay. Agreed.
I like this list a lot.
Yeah, no, this
was
is pretty good for me. Yeah, I'm down with this.
I was very confused why it was called Rise of Skywalker,
It's terrible.
and then you said,
It's
and
terrible.
then you said that I'm
Some
why-
super sweet old lady at the end of the movie on Tatooine when she buries the lightsabers walks up to her and is like, "What is your name, child?" or something like that, and she's like, "Rey Skywalker," because like her whole
Yeah,
thing
that
is
sucks
she doesn't
ass.
know who her parents are, so she doesn't
Yeah.
have like a last name, but then finds out that she's actually a Palpatine. But instead of like, it makes sense that she
Yikes.
doesn't call herself, you know, a
Rey
like
Palpatine.
right,
Yeah.
Rey Palpatine, like that got it. Fair, makes sense.
I'm Rey Palpatine.
Just
Kill
leave it at
the
Rey, bro.
lady.
Don't be bringing in the rest of them, okay? Leave them out of here.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It almost like, but like they did so many things right. Like so many things right. They handled Carrie Fisher's untimely death very well. Like as best as you could. Like in my opinion, much better than than Disney did with Black Panther. Like so much better. Like they handled it so well. I don't know. So good, so good. All the Force voices. Like at the end of the movie, you hear Mace Windu. Oh, this movie gives me the biggest nostalgia, beep it for me, John. I love this movie. I love this movie.
Editor's note.
Editor's note. Add a beep in. This movie's so good. I'm such a big fan.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck it. I'm keeping it.
I would say having important actors die untimely is a very, very hard thing to work through. Because it can either go wrong, like you said, in Disney, or you just have to retcon them dying. And this is going to sound extremely nerdy, but like how they had to do with Glee, there's like, this character died in the war, even though they were a main character for the entire show, but they died. Corey, the actor for Finn, died. They had to just be like, he died in the army.
Right.
So for Star Wars to do it well is very good.
Yeah,
Definitely
especially with
of the
somebody
A-tier
like
they
Carrie.
had. Yeah, someone that's a very important role.
And like so important for everybody. I mean, like her return was unbelievably good. I don't know. Yeah, it sucks to see her go. Rest in peace, for real. Fucking amazing actor, so good.
Absolutely.
Also, forgot to mention in my whole like spiel about how great this movie is, Chewie gets the medal after Leia dies.
That's my guy.
It's awesome. Needed it in that was a big fix from the original trilogy. So where do we think Rotten Tomatoes throws this? And I have a feeling it's going to be low because people hated this movie.
Really?
I don't know why.
Yeah, everybody in the world hates this movie.
Well, that's crazy.
It's got to be above. It's got to be above the second one. The second one in this trilogy. So I'm gonna go like a solid 53.
Okay, but like the second one in this trilogy got a 91.
Yeah,
so...
what are you talking about?
I thought it was
91.
No, okay, that was the audience score, 42.
Yeah. No, my bad. But I'm gonna give it
53. Okay. Conman?
Yeah, people didn't like this movie. I don't know if it's a 50. I'm going to go with my heart, and I'm going to give it a 62.
I am gonna go with a terrible answer, but what it should be, and that's a 94. And everything after that goes up in interval by 1. All right. I'm so upset. Actually, audience saves this one too a little bit. Rotten Tomatoes score is a 51%. That was the critic score. So Convoy was on it. Or
I was
Taser
too
was
off.
on it. Taser was on it. Yeah. Audience score though 86%. So saved it a little bit. That's fair. So yeah, this is our tier list for the Star Wars main series movies.
That is the official MedalMonkeyEsports tier list. If you don't agree with it, you're probably right.
You're probably right.
You're probably right.
No, go off, dude. Go off.
If I didn't have a say in this, you would be wrong. But since I had say in this, you're probably right.
Oh, dude. Oh, wait.
As the guy who watches exclusively like anime and Glee, yeah, you're probably right.
Can't believe you said it on the video. I love it. Anime and Glee's wild.
I told you I won.
I know you did.
I even went into like the saddest part of the whole show.
That's true. You did. You knew you knew your stuff. Okay, yeah, that's the official Metal Monkeys list. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And then I feel like I should hold on. I'm walking away from the screen. I'm grabbing a lightsaber. Hold on, dude.
Yep.
Oh,
Don't
wow.
break it off the wall.
I don't have a lightsaber. I do have a copper pipe, though.
One thing
That goes
before we
with
go.
We'll see you guys next time.
One thing before we
I
go.
feel like that's gotta get like turned down, eh?
Yeah.
Hey guys, Snipes from the future here. We're a day after and I'm editing this video here, and I just wanted to tell you guys that I cut off Taser obviously at the end of this video, and I wanted to extend what he was trying to talk about at the end of the video there. So obviously we have a merch store for Metal Monkeys where we post all of our merch, but last week we posted the Metal Monkeys X Convoy merch. So Convoy being the middle person that was like right here-ish in the video with his logo and the Metal Monkeys logo. It's probably one of my favorite drops so far that we've released. That includes like the winter, the Metal Monkeys X Atami, and then obviously the spring drop that is still going on for another month. But also I wanted to tell you guys, for those of you who are staying to the end of the video here and are able to hear this, everybody else will find out on Twitter tomorrow, which will be late for them. Tomorrow, May the 4th be with you, everybody. But we're also having a special drop for May the 4th that will only last on May the 4th. Once May the 5th comes along, that drop will be done, gone, never to come back again. Just like most of our drops, anything that comes out is most likely a special drop that won't be brought back after it's gone. So go check that out tomorrow. Go to our merch store tomorrow. I'll have it right here because I'm editing and I've already done enough editing as it is for this video. So might as well do more and hate that I'm doing more to myself. But the merch store will be here. It'll also be down in the description down below. Go check it out. Tomorrow on May the 4th, go get the merch. It literally is coming down the next day at midnight, May the 5th. It is coming down. So go get what you guys can. Go enjoy the new drop. And thank you all for watching. And thank you for liking and subscribing and everything if you guys liked it. Peace.